Wow. Episode 10 already. Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
It really does.
And speaking of fun, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh, that's right. Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. So,
Yeah.
we're going to celebrate. Wait, we're taking a break from Greyhawk today.
Oh, a Valentine's Day special. I like it.
Valentine's Day special. We're going to deep dive into something a little different.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What have you got for us?
It's called Scroll of Love, Spells of Romance and Emotion.
Spells of Romance and Emotion?
Yes, an independent D&D 5e module from Warlock Homebrew.
Okay.
And, of course, the link to the PDF is down in the description below from archive.org.
It's interesting.
So have you ever thought about bringing love magic into your campaigns?
Well, no, that's not something that comes up very often in my games, but there's definitely potential there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about all the ways that things like compassion and companionship, how those emotions could affect the characters and the stories we tell. It's fascinating.
Yeah, and this module, it goes way beyond the typical love potion trope.
That's good. I mean, it's not about forcing feelings, right?
Actually.
It's about exploring love, all its different forms, and how it can shape, the character's actions, decisions, stories.
Exactly. So let's talk about this Scroll of Love. What is it?
Well, it's this collection of new spells and even a paladin subclass, all about, well, love, bringing the power of love into your D&D game.
Oh, a paladin subclass.
Yes.
Ooh, we've got to talk about that.
Oh, well.
But first, tell me about Warlock Homebrew.
Okay. So Warlock Homebrew, they're an independent creator, and they publish on Patreon and the DMs Guild.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're known for creating some really fun, innovative content for D&D.
Well, that's great. Independent creators really are the heart and soul of the D&D community,
I agree.
So let's dive in. I always love looking at these new spells, and the Scroll of Love has some intriguing ones. Anything jump out at you?
Absolutely. There's this cantrip. It's called Greta's Gracious Gift.
Greta's Gracious Gift?
Yeah, and it's all about finding the perfect gift for an NPC.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's not about, grand gestures. It's about that perfect little thing that really resonates with the recipient.
So how does it work? Like, mechanically, in the game?
So when you cast Greta's Gracious Gift, the spell, it reveals the location of a suitable gift within 10 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it tells you the cost, the effort to acquire it.
Okay.
And the best part,
right,
giving the right gift, it can actually influence the NPC's attitude towards you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so it's not just a fun role-playing element. It can actually have some real benefits in the game.
I love that. So it encourages players to really think about the NPCs they're interacting with.
Exactly.
Not just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, what would this person actually like?
Right.
It adds depth to those social encounters. Makes them more meaningful.
That's cool. Okay, what else do we got? What other spells are in here?
Well, if you're looking for something a little more visually impressive, there's Ricardo's Romantic Reverie.
Ricardo's Romantic Reverie.
It's a second-level conjuration spell, and it sets the scene for a romantic encounter.
Oh, okay. This sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. It's very versatile. You can conjure a dance floor with, customizable lighting.
Oh.
A private meal for two, complete with, a delicious feast appearing out of thin air.
Nice.
Or even musical entertainment provided by spectral musicians.
Spectral musicians. Now that's setting the mood.
It really is. It's just a fun, whimsical way to add a little magic to those romantic encounters.
Right. And it doesn't force emotions. It just sort of sets the stage.
Exactly. It lets things happen organically.
Okay, good. Well, we know that love isn't always sunshine and roses.
That's true.
Is there anything in the Scroll of Love that kind of explores the more challenging aspects of relationships?
There is. There's a spell called Love Lost.
Love Lost.
It's a 5th-level enchantment spell, and it deals with the darker side of love, heartbreak, loss, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So, what does that do? What are its effects?
So it targets a creature, and they have to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
And if they fail, they suffer psychic damage.
Ooh.
And they're just overwhelmed with sorrow, weeping uncontrollably.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're mourning the loss of their most cherished desire.
So if they fail that saving throw, does the caster find out what that desire is?
They do. The caster learns the target's greatest desire, what they've lost or maybe what they're clinging to.
That's pretty powerful.
It is.
I feel like that's a spell that should be used very sparingly.
Definitely.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we move on to that paladin subclass, are there any other spells that stand out?
Oh, there are so many good ones. But if I had to choose, Conjure Conveyance is one of my favorites.
Conjure Conveyance.
It's a 5th level conjuration spell, and it lets you summon a vehicle for travel.
What?
Yeah.
Like what kind of vehicle?
We're talking carriages, rowboats, sleds.
Oh, cool.
They all just appear out of thin air.
Like a magical carriage ride.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And if you cast it at a higher level, you can conjure a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon. Okay. That is amazing.
It really is. It's perfect for making a grand entrance or maybe a dramatic escape.
I could see my players using that all the time.
I think so, too.
Okay. Now, I'm really curious about this paladin subclass, the Oath of Love.
Yeah.
It just sounds like such a fascinating concept.
It is. So the Oath of Love, it challenges the traditional view of the paladin, right?
Okay.
It's about protecting and celebrating love in all its forms.
That's cool. Not just romantic love.
Not just romantic love, the love between friends, family, even like a love of life itself.
Okay.
It's all about protecting that, celebrating it.
So what are the tenets of this oath?
Well, they're all about protecting love in all its forms, valuing life as a source of love, you know? Seeing the good in everyone and everything, that kind of thing.
Okay. What about the unique features of the subclass? What makes it stand out?
Well, for starters, they have this ability called Sense Ardor.
Sense Ardor.
And it lets them detect the desires of creatures around them.
Ooh, like they can sense what other creatures want.
Exactly. It's like a 6th sense for emotions, you know?
Okay.
They can get insights into motivations, the true feelings of the people they encounter.
That would be really useful in social interactions.
Oh, absolutely. Invaluable.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
They also have this really cool ability called Heart Bond.
Heart Bond.
And this allows the paladin to magically link 2 creatures together.
Oh, wow. Okay, so like creating a bond.
Exactly. A bond of trust, loyalty.
Does it have to be romantic?
No, not at all. It can be any 2 willing creatures.
Okay.
It could be romantic partners, but it could also be siblings, a knight and their lord, even a wizard and their familiar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, their minds working in perfect harmony.
That's awesome.
It's great for combat synergy, you know, synchronized attacks, shared defenses.
Okay. This Oath of Love is really interesting. It seems like it really changes how you might think about a paladin.
It does. It's not just about slaying evil. It's about nurturing those connections that make life worth living.
Yeah. So what other abilities do they have?
Well, they have an aura of affection.
Aura of affection.
And it enhances healing for nearby allies.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like this constant emanation of love and support that surrounds them.
Okay. So it's always on.
It is. It's like a gentle light, a comforting presence that uplifts everyone around them.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, it represents their inherent ability to inspire and uplift the people around them.
Okay, very cool.
And then at the highest level,
Yeah.
they gain an ability called Endless Devotion.
Endless Devotion. Okay, tell me about that one.
This is where the Oath of Love Paladin really becomes a true beacon of love and protection.
Okay.
It's an action to activate, and they radiate this brilliant light, you know?
Oh, wow.
It symbolizes their unwavering love and commitment.
That's a cool visual.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what does it do?
So, first of all, they can share the damage taken by their allies.
What?
Yeah. They take on some of the pain inflicted on those they cherish.
Oh.
It's a real testament to their selfless nature, you know?
Yeah.
Their willingness to sacrifice to protect the people they love.
Okay.
But it goes even further. They can also use their reaction to have the damage taken by an ally within a pretty significant radius.
So they can actively shield their allies, too.
They can. It's like this shield of love that deflects the blows meant for their friends.
That's awesome.
It is. And there's one final element to this ability.
Okay.
Hostile creatures that end their turn next to the paladin.
Yeah.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Or they're forced to drop their weapons and they can't attack.
Whoa, wait a minute. Are you saying that love can literally disarm enemies?
It can. It's like this overwhelming aura of love that just stuns them for a moment.
That's incredible.
It is. It's like a weaponized hug, you know?
Okay. This is amazing. This is completely changing my view of paladins.
Right. It's a philosophy.
It is.
It's a way of looking at the world where love and compassion are the most important things.
Well, this has been really enlightening so far.
I'm glad you think so.
But we're not done yet, right? We've got more to talk about with this scroll of love.
We do. We still have to dive into those love spells, explore their full potential.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more to unpack there.
There is.
Well, stay tuned, listeners, because we're going to take a quick break.
And we'll be right back to explore the magic of love
in D&D. Welcome back, everybody. We were just talking about the Oath of Love Paladin and those incredible abilities.
Yeah, like Sense Ardor. That was the one that really caught my attention.
Oh, yeah. It's such a cool ability. You know, being able to sense the desires of those around you, it's like having an extra layer of perception.
Yeah, almost like a sixth sense for emotions.
Yeah. Exactly. Like imagine you're talking to a king,
Yeah.
right? And he seems all benevolent, but you can sense this hidden yearning for power.
Oh, that's a great example.
Right.
Or maybe you meet a villager who seems timid, but deep down they yearn for adventure.
Right. It would completely change how you approach social encounters. It's not mind reading, but sensing those subtle emotional cues.
It would make role-playing so much richer, more complex.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine you could even use it to uncover a conspiracy, you know, sensing the guilt and fear in those involved.
Ooh, that's a great idea. Okay, what about Heart Bond? I'm still curious about that one. You mentioned it creates this magical link between two creatures.
Yeah, a bond of trust and loyalty.
But does it have to be a romantic connection?
No, not at all. It can be any two willing creatures. Siblings, a knight and their lord, even a wizard and their familiar.
Oh, I love the idea of a wizard and their familiar being linked by heart bond.
Right. Imagine the coordinated attacks, the spells they could cast together.
Their minds working in perfect harmony. That's so cool.
It opens up so many tactical possibilities in combat. Synchronized movements, shared defenses.
This subclass is really making me see paladins in a whole new light.
Right. They're not just about slaying evil. They're about those connections that make life worth living.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's talk about aura of affection. It sounds like it creates this atmosphere of positivity that benefits everyone around them.
Yeah. It's like this, like a gentle light, a comforting presence that surrounds them.
Yeah.
And any friendly creature within range, they get bonus healing.
So it's always on. They don't have to activate it.
That's right. It's a constant emanation of love and support.
So they're like a walking, talking morale booster, keeping their allies strong, both physically and emotionally.
Exactly. It really underscores that love and compassion can have a tangible impact. They're not just abstract ideas.
Okay, I'm really digging this Oath of Love. It's so different from what I usually think of when I think of paladins.
Right. They're protectors, healers, champions of love in all its forms.
Okay, and then there's the capstone ability. Endless devotion. What can you tell me about that one?
Oh, this is where the Oath of Love Paladin really shines. So, as an action, they activate endless devotion.
Okay.
And they radiate this brilliant light, you know,
Yeah,
symbolizing their unwavering love and commitment.
that's a powerful image. Okay, what does it do mechanically?
Well, first of all, they can share the damage taken by their allies.
Whoa, they can actually share damage.
They can. They take on a portion of the pain inflicted on those they care about. It's really a testament to their selflessness.
Wow. So they're putting themselves in harm's way to protect those they love.
Exactly. But it gets even better. They can also use their reaction to have the damage taken by an ally within a significant radius.
So they can actively shield their allies as well.
Yes. It's like projecting a shield of love to protect them from harm.
Okay.
And then there's one more thing.
Okay, what's that?
Any hostile creature that ends their turn next to the paladin, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Or they're forced to drop their weapons and they can't attack.
Wait, so love can literally disarm enemies?
It can. It's like this overwhelming aura of love. It just stuns them for a moment. They can't bring themselves to attack.
That's amazing. It's like a weaponized hug.
Exactly.
Okay. This Oath of Love is truly mind-blowing. It's not just a subclass, it's a philosophy.
It really is. It's a way of looking at the world where love and compassion are the most powerful forces.
I love it. This has been so enlightening. But we're not done yet, are we?
Not even close. We still have all those fascinating love spells to explore.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to hear more about those.
Me too.
Welcome back. We're wrapping up our Valentine's Day deep dive into the Scroll of Love. And I'm ready to hear more about those amazing love spells.
All right, let's unlock those secrets. We were talking about Greta's gracious gift before, that cantrip that helps you find the perfect present.
Yeah, it seemed pretty straightforward, but I feel like there's more to it.
Oh, there is. It's not just about finding any gift. It has to be meaningful to the recipient. It should reflect their personality, their desires, maybe even their fears.
So you really have to understand the NPC. It's not just about finding something expensive.
Right. It's about that genuine connection. Think about it. A rogue could use this spell to find a lost toy for a grumpy tavern owner.
Oh, that's cute.
Or a bard could find the perfect piece of sheet music to unlock a secret from a heartbroken noble.
Those are really good examples. It encourages players to think outside the box.
Exactly. And it can lead to some hilarious moments as they try to track down these unusual gifts.
I can imagine. All right, let's talk about Ricardo's romantic reverie.
Ah, yes. The spell for setting the perfect romantic mood.
Yeah. But does it actually force feelings of love?
No. It's more about creating the right atmosphere. Setting the stage for a memorable encounter.
So, like, what kind of things can it do?
Oh, all sorts of things. It can conjure a candlelit dinner under the stars, or a beautiful dance floor with swirling lights. Maybe even some soft background music provided by spectral musicians.
Wait, the spectral musicians are back. I love that.
It's a fun touch, right? And again, it doesn't force any emotions. It just lets things happen naturally.
Good. Because we want to encourage romance, not force it.
Exactly. Okay, but love isn't always easy, is it?
Unfortunately, no. Are there any spells in the Scroll of Love that deal with heartbreak?
There is one. It's called Love Lost.
Love Lost. Okay, that sounds ominous. What does it do?
Well, it's a powerful enchantment spell. It forces the target to confront their most cherished desire.
Okay.
And then it rips it away, causing psychic damage and intense emotional pain.
Ooh, that's rough.
It is. It's not a spell to use lightly.
Yeah, when would you use a spell like that?
Maybe if someone was consumed by a dangerous obsession.
Okay, like a tyrant obsessed with power.
Exactly. Or a mage driven mad by forbidden knowledge. Love Lost can break that obsession.
So it's like a last resort, a way to snap someone out of a dangerous path.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. It's powerful, but definitely a spell to use with caution.
Right. Okay, lastly, tell me about Conjure Conveyance, that spell that lets you summon vehicles.
Ah, yes. It's such a fun spell. Want to make a quick escape? Conjure a carriage. Need to cross a lake. Conjure a rowboat.
And for a really grand exit.
A hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a fairy tale.
It really is. And don't forget, those vehicles come with an invisible pilot and crew.
Oh, that's right. That's such a fun detail.
I love that little touch. It can lead to some hilarious moments.
Well, this deep dive into the Scroll of Love has been fantastic. It's really made me think about all the different ways we can explore love in our D&D games.
Me too. It's a reminder that even in a world of Dungeons and Dragons, love can be a powerful force.
Absolutely. And to all our listeners out there, happy Valentine's Day.
May your games be filled with adventure, laughter, and maybe even a little bit of love magic.
Be sure to check out Warlock Homebrew's Scroll of Love. The link to the PDF is down in the description.
And let us know how you plan to use these new spells and that incredible Oath of Love subclass in your games.
We'd love to hear your ideas. That's all the time we have for today.
Until next time, may your dice rolls be ever in your favor.
And may your hearts be full of love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. You can find all of our podcasts and get the Greyhawk PDFs by checking out our previous episodes over on the Trips 2012 YouTube channel. Again, that's Trips 2012 with 2 Ps. New episodes and PDFs are released every Monday and Friday night.